It's Halloween again in Guild Wars. This means that the Mad King is making his return once again this year. Now we can farm trick-or-treat bags, admire the decorations, ask stupid questions, and try out that cool minigame known as the Costume Brawl, get a bad team, lose, rage quit Guild Wars, and never play again. Now if you guys are wondering, hey Doombox, why aren't you making a guide for Halloween this year? It's because I made one last year, and if I made one again this year, it would probably be exactly the same, only better quality. So if you really want to see a guide, you should probably go watch mine from last year. So Halloween this year is pretty much the same as it has been for the past couple years, with the recent additions of the trick-or-treat bags and the costume brawls, which were introduced a couple years ago. And this year they're introducing a set of quests which haven't been released at this point yet, but by the time I finish this video I'll have reviewed them in depth. So get ready for those to look forward to. At least they're starting to add new content to stuff. I'd think that they'd be concentrating more on Guild Wars 2 and just leave us with the same old stuff as previous years, but it's nice to see that they're actually attempting to add new content. Now the decorations, they're just as cool as they have been for the past couple years. I still think it's kind of funny that Drox and the tombs are still decorated, because back in the day when there was only prophecies, those used to be major towns, because tombs used to be what HA is now. It used to be like a PvP area. And Drox is a pretty big town for like power traders back in the day. But they still have them there, even though absolutely nobody visits those towns. But who cares? You really can't complain about those Char face cutouts. Those never really get old. Alright, you've heard me talking about the Costume Brawl. Maybe you've tried it out yourself. So let's go check it out. Alright, I'm not going to go too in-depth on how to play because this is a review, not a guide, remember? But pretty much you gotta score 20 points before the opposing team does by capturing shrines to get your morale up and by killing people of the opposing team. Now, you look like characters from the game, that's why they call it the Costume Brawl, and you have a preset build. Each profession has a set build that you get, you have to run it, you can't change any skills at all. Now, the concept sounds very easy, maybe to you, maybe to me, but not to some people. Now personally, I really like this game, it's fun, but the only problem I have with it is the people. Now, I'm not really talking about anyone in particular, but like 82.5% of the people who are playing the Costume Brawl are absolute idiots. Now I'm sorry if that's one of you, but it's just true. People do not know how to play this game. It's not that hard to do. I mean, I know there has to be a first time for everyone. Maybe people just started playing the game and this is their first Halloween, but would it kill you to do some research before you played? I mean, there's no in-between with this. It's either you get the worst team, the people rage quit, they don't load, they run off in the other direction, die, and the other team beats you like 20-5, or you're just on an amazing team that wins. There's no in-between. And the chances of getting on that good team is like 1 in 200. Now, on the off chance that you do get a really good team, then this game is amazing. You get trick-or-treat bags, you get gamer points, and you get tons of faction for winning. But all those other times you're trying to get into that good team, you really do just want to rage quit the game. And I think I can speak for everybody here. I mean, unless you're in like Gank and you're sinking in the Korean districts, there's no chance for people like me who aren't really intense PvPers. But I mean, just the stupidity of the general Guild Wars community in the Costume Brawl is just amazing. It truly is amazing. Now, you guys know me, and you know that I'm not a hardcore PvPer whatsoever. But even I can tell that 90% of these people have absolutely no idea what they're doing. Now, here's an example. I saw this guy when I was trying to get footage for this very video. He is using a sword with a hammer build, and I'm not kidding. And also, if you insist on playing an assassin, please know what you're doing. I still see these assassins going across the skill bar Now, they give you 2 dual attacks to finish. You can choose Twisting Fangs or Critical Strike. I see people use Twisting Fangs and then Critical Strike right after it, and then they miss because it's not in the part of the chain. People need to read the skill descriptions before they start. Now, usually if you have at least one coordinated person whatsoever on your team, they'll try and give some directions at the beginning to direct the not-so-smart costume brawlers. Now, they'll say, 3 people at this door, 2 people at this door, let's everyone go to the center, or something like that. Now, usually it's like 1 or 2 word directions, and these people still don't know how to follow it. People are pinging on the map, drawing arrows, they run in the complete opposite direction, try and take on a group of 5, and get killed. Once that happens, your whole team resigns, somebody leaves, and then that's the end of that. Then you hit enter battle again, and do the same thing over again. But like I said, if you do happen to get a good team, then the Costume Brawl is very fun. I'm pretty sure all of us maybe were like that our first time trying the Costume Brawl, but if you haven't tried the Costume Brawl, and you really want to give it a shot, please, look on the wiki, or just ask someone for help. Just get some general background of what you're supposed to do before you go in. Alright, my rant on that is over. Now I'm going to review in depth all of the Costume Brawl builds. The Warrior one is inconvenient, the Ranger one is fun, the Monk one is stupid, the Necro one is degentastic, the Mesmer one's hard to use because I don't know how to interrupt for the life of me, the Ellie one's very fun, the Assassin one is If you're wondering what that means, you don't want to know. I tried the Rit one once and it wasn't that entertaining. Paragon one is Paragons. The Dervish one is also fun. Whoa, I didn't realize I spent so much time ranting about the Costume Brawl. Looks like we're going to have to split this video into 2 parts. The next part will contain more info about Halloween, the finale, and the new quests that are going to be released soon. So look out for that, coming out very soon.